Have you ever felt like you've hit rock bottom? Like the world has completely turned its back on you? Today, we're diving into a story that proves even when you've lost everything, the game isn't over. This is the incredible story of a man who, at 25, had nothing but the clothes on his back, and then went on to build a $500 million empire. It's a journey of grit, failure, and the kind of comeback that movies are made of. Let's rewind to the beginning. Meet Alex. From a young age, Alex wasn't your typical kid. While others were playing games, he was fascinated by how things worked, always tinkering, always building. He had this fire in his eyes, a relentless curiosity that set him apart. His parents, hardworking but of modest means, encouraged his passions, teaching him the value of honesty and perseverance. They couldn't give him a fortune, but they gave him something far more valuable, a belief in himself. In high school, Alex's entrepreneurial spirit kicked into high gear. He noticed his classmates were always looking for unique, affordable accessories. So, he started a small side hustle, designing and selling custom phone cases and small gadgets. It wasn't about the money, it was about the thrill of creating something people wanted. He learned about supply, demand, and customer satisfaction firsthand. These early lessons were the building blocks for what was to come. College was where Alex decided to go all in. He and his best friend, Liam, pooled their savings every last penny to launch a tech startup. Their idea was revolutionary, a platform designed to connect local artisans directly with a global market, cutting out the middlemen. They were fueled by late-night pizza, endless brainstorming sessions, and an unshakable belief that they were onto something huge. For a while, it seemed like they were right. They secured a small round of seed funding, their user base grew, and they were the talk of their university's tech incubator. They felt invincible, standing on the brink of success. But the world of business is unpredictable. A sudden shift in market trends, a major competitor launching a similar, better-funded platform, and a few critical missteps in their financial planning created a perfect storm. Their revenue dried up almost overnight. The investors pulled out. The dream began to crumble, piece by piece. Alex and Liam tried everything to save their company. They worked 20-hour days, pitched to anyone who would listen, and poured the last of their personal money into the business. But it wasn't enough. The day they had to close the office doors was the darkest day of Alex's life. He was 25 years old. He had lost his company, his life savings, the trust of his investors, and even his friendship with Liam was strained under the pressure. He was in debt, defeated, and had to move back into his parents' spare room. The fire in his eyes had dimmed. He felt like a complete failure. The world he had tried so hard to build had vanished, leaving him with nothing but the crushing weight of his mistakes. For months, Alex was adrift. He avoided calls from friends and spent his days aimlessly wandering, replaying every wrong turn in his mind. The shame was overwhelming. But one afternoon, while clearing out some old boxes, he found his high school notebook, filled with sketches and ideas. He saw the raw passion of his younger self, the boy who wasn't afraid to try, who wasn't afraid to fail. A tiny spark reignited within him. He realized that failure wasn't a verdict, it was a lesson. And he had just graduated from the toughest business school in the world, the School of Rock Bottom. He started small. He took a simple job at a local electronics store. It was humbling, but it put him back in touch with technology and, more importantly, with people. He listened to customers, understood their frustrations with existing products, and saw gaps in the market that the big companies were ignoring. He wasn't thinking about building an empire, he was just solving problems again, one at a time. Every evening, after his shift, he'd go home and start tinkering, just like he did as a kid. He was building prototypes, not for a company, but for the sheer joy of creation. His aha moment came from a simple observation. People loved smart home technology, but it was often complicated, expensive, and different devices didn't work well together. Why couldn't it be simple, affordable, and seamless? He envisioned a single, intuitive ecosystem that could control everything from lights to security with one user-friendly app. This idea consumed him. He used his meager savings to buy components and spent every spare moment in his parents' garage, which he had converted into a makeshift lab. This wasn't about getting rich quick. It was about building something truly useful. Learning from his past, he knew he couldn't do it alone. But this time, he wasn't looking for investors. He was looking for partners who shared his vision. He reconnected with a former university professor who was an expert in software engineering, and a talented designer he met at a local tech meetup. They didn't have money, but they had expertise and a shared belief in the project. They formed a new team, bootstrapping their way forward, building their product piece by piece. They named their new venture empire1. The first few years were a grind. They faced countless rejections from banks and venture capitalists. The market is too saturated, they were told. You're too small to compete. Many would have given up, but Alex's previous failure had forged an iron will. He remembered the pain of defeat, and it fueled his determination never to feel that way again. The team lived and breathed empire1, refining their product based on feedback from a small group of early testers. Their focus was laser-sharp: create a product so good, so intuitive, that it would sell itself. Their big break came not from a big investment, but from a major tech conference. They scraped together enough money for a tiny booth in the far corner of the exhibition hall. While major corporations had flashy displays, Alex and his team had something more powerful: a product that actually worked flawlessly. A prominent tech blogger stumbled upon their booth, was blown away by the simplicity and elegance of their system, and wrote a glowing review. That article went viral. Suddenly, the world started paying attention. Orders flooded in. Retailers who had previously ignored them were now calling. The same venture capitalists who had rejected them were now lining up, eager to invest. Alex, however, was cautious. He had learned his lesson. He chose his partners carefully, securing funding that allowed them to scale without losing control of their vision. empire1 grew exponentially, but it grew smart. Alex built a company culture based on innovation, customer obsession, and resilience, the very qualities that had gotten him through his darkest days. Fast forward a decade. empire1 is now a household name, a leader in the smart home industry, valued at over $500 million. Alex, the man who lost everything at 25, is now celebrated as a visionary CEO. But if you ask him, he'll tell you the money isn't the real prize. The real prize is the journey itself. It's the proof that you can fall, you can fail spectacularly, and you can still get back up and build something even greater. His story teaches us that our lowest moments are often the foundation for our greatest achievements. They teach us humility, resilience, and clarity. So, if you're ever feeling lost or like you failed, remember Alex. Remember that rock bottom isn't a destination, it's a starting point. It's a chance to rebuild, smarter and stronger than before. Your past does not define your future. The only thing that matters is the next step you take. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this story inspired you as much as it inspired us. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more stories of incredible human achievement. Let us know in the comments what you learned from Alex's journey. We'll see you in the next video.